Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 1016. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter. That's Durham's online community paper, which I invite you to check out in its entirety at durhamskywriter.com. Because with Bull City Hangout, basically I'm taking items from the pages, but I want you to check out the whole paper. I still call it a paper. It's really a website. But anyway, with Bull City Hangout, I tell you what's happening today in Durham. Again, from the pages of the Durham Skywriter. Then you can click on that link on the Facebook site, join me on camera, shoot the breeze, share information, etc. Kimberly M. Gammons, good morning. Up bright and early. Well, I don't know if this is considered really early, but yes, it's a nice morning. You know, it's not really hot. It's like kind of fallish, autumnish. It's a nice morning. Anyway, let's see. Let's start out with today with the health page. To your health. Basically, I have got your COVID-19 test and vaccine updates, including where to get the free vaccines at different venues, the different, pharmacies, of course, Durham County Department of Public Health, et cetera. And let's see. Well, they don't have weekend hours, but I do have the places that have the weekend hours, including Hersey Pharmacy. They make house calls. So if you have someone in your family who is disabled or elderly, just can't make it in, whatever, to the different venues to get a free vaccine, they'll come to you. They make house calls, which I think is super awesome. Now, in terms of the tests, you can get those also during the week and during the weekend. So let's see, with today being Saturday, you can go to the Durham County Department of Public Health from 9 until 7 on Saturdays and Sundays, drive-through service available. And Guy Cook is asking if we have the Moderna booster yet. As far as I know, just Pfizer. So I don't think, we're kind of space age because we do have Duke. But as far as I know, I think we just have Pfizer. I could stand to be corrected, but I'll check that out for you. Let's see. So also today, besides the Durham County Department of Public Health, again, today and tomorrow, the Wake Toxicology Lab, both on Saturdays and Sundays from 9:10, which is so strange, but 9:10 until 6. And then also El Centro Hispano, Saturdays and Sundays, 10 until 6. They have drive-through service available. You don't even have to get out of your vehicle, which is super awesome. Now, let's go to the health events page. That is, you click on the big blue button at the top of the health page, and then you find out about the one-off events, the support groups, etc. Definitely check that out. There's a big event today I need to tell you about. Today's the 16th. Let me scroll down. So Duke Health, they're getting really, we really need to get everybody vaccinated, but they're getting really clever. So they're having a gigantic vaccination fair. You heard about the big one in New Zealand. Well, we have one here as well. So today from 10 until 4, believe it or not, at Wheels Fun Park. That's pretty wild. So this is, and I tried to call them and ask if there's going to be skating as well. Probably not, because they have enough on their hands keeping people safe during the vaccination fair. So they probably won't have skating. But anyway, it's 10 to 4, and that's today only. So they're going to have the first and second doses of Pfizer and Moderna, and to answer your question, Guy, the Pfizer booster shot. So that is going to be today until 4 at Wheels Fun Park. There's plenty of parking. I've been there a couple of times. Plenty of parking. And if you're like me and you need the Pfizer booster shot, I have a link right there on the page, on the health events page, for eligibility requirements. So definitely good luck. Let me know if you got that shot. All right. Now let's go to the sports page, Sport and Life. Oh, there's a big event tomorrow. Yeah. The 9th annual Bull City Race, Fest, and Food Truck Rodeo. That's all in one event. It begins at the Diamond View Park. That's over there by the ballpark, American Tobacco Campus, right over there downtown. So let's see. This is going to be tomorrow. All right. So you can enjoy an early morning run through downtown Durham and nearby neighborhoods. The half marathon starts at 7:30. The 5-mile run starts at 8, and the 1-mile run starts at 8:05. And I shouldn't just say run, because you can roll in too. If you use a wheelchair, you're welcome too. So you can roll in, and those bikes with um, the hand bikes, you can ride those as well. So guys saying that yes, I don't think the Moderna booster has been approved yet. Cheeralina Austin, Terry, hello, all the way from California. Sacramento, to be exact, I think. It is, you West Coasters. I can't believe you. Let's see. So it's only like 7 in the morning over there. Both Guy and Carolina are way over there on the West Coast. I have to give you props for being up early and bright eyed and bushy tailed, as my dad used to say. I admire that. Okay. So let me tell you more about the Bull City Race, Fest, and Food Truck Rodeo. So by the way, it's not a free event. This is a fundraiser after all. So you can see the different prices. Just go to I don't want to waste too much time. I want to respect your time. It is a Saturday after all. So go to the Durham Skywriter, go to durhamskywriter.com, then scroll down or click on the sports page. And then the first article is about this event that I just mentioned. So you can see the different prices. But after you're done running, then you can eat. Who doesn't want to eat after running, right? So that should be a really nice, fun event. Of course, everybody gets a t-shirt. Everybody who runs or rolls gets a t-shirt. They should really call it a roll and run or run and roll, because again, they're wheelchair athletes out there and they're doing it. So why leave them out of the titling of the event or the naming of the event? I think they need to call it anyway. Respect your time. That's it. Now, Durham Parks and Recreation, they have events going on as well. I have listed all of the open gym basketball sessions for youth from 5 to 12, teens 13 to 18, and adults 19 plus. Also, I have your pickleball sessions listed as well. And other things, like the Youth Basketball Skills Academy, all of that's listed right there on the sports page. And I think I have one more thing. Tomorrow is the last day of Durham softball. It's a great, clever, wonderful way to raise money for local nonprofits and get some exercise and play some great heads-up softball. So tomorrow, the schedule: girls on the run of the Triangle versus Central Piedmont Community Action of North Carolina. That starts at 10 o'clock. Porch Durham versus Housing for New Hope at 11:10. Trees Durham versus the North Carolina Coalition Against Domestic Violence at 12:20. Crayons to Calculators versus the Miracle League of the Triangle at 1:30. Josh's Hope versus Animal Protection Society of Durham at 2:40. I love how the games are all timed. South Durham Little League versus Vets to Vets United at 3:50. And Meals on Wheels of Durham versus Don't Waste Durham at 5. And speaking of Vets to Vets United, they have a 5K coming up. Check out the Skywriter. I will be adding that really soon. And of course, hopefully, we'll have Dr. Terry Morris on the show to talk about it. All right, very quickly, let's go to the Let's Go page, the calendar of events page. Let me see if I have any comments. Okay. I hope I put Carolina's comment on screen. Boom. There you go. Okay. So the Durham Farmers Market is open until noon in Durham Central Park. The Durham Craft Market is open until noon at same place, Durham Central Park. The South Durham Farmers Market open until noon south on Highway 55 in the Greenwood Commons Shopping Center. The Durham Art Market open until 1. Now they're on Foster because they're building something on Hunt Street. So they're right next door to the Durham Farmers Market. They're all a big, happy family. Let's see. I mentioned Gears for Good that's going on right now. I mentioned that yesterday. It's a fundraiser for Durham YMCA that's in progress right now. I will mention, although I did mention this yesterday, the District 1 PAC meets at 9:30. If you live in District 1, of course, PAC, again, that means Partners Against Crime, a great way to find out what's happening in the community. Also a great way to find out about city and county programs and services. So I'll go ahead and mention it, and you can click on the link that's on the Let's Go page because the meetings usually last more than an hour. So you might as well hop in or pop in. They won't even notice that you're late. Just click on the link and join. And let's see. Oh, the Triangle Pop-Up Market at Box Yard RTP. That starts in just a few minutes from 11 until 3. And that is the outdoor venue. It's where restaurants are in the form of shipping containers. They have a stage for music. It's a wild place. It's really hip. So they're going to have a pop-up market today, again, from 11 until 3. That should be really fun. Also, Charlie McNeil, he'll be performing Southern and contemporary gospel plus folk and country tunes during a free concert at the Sacred Grounds Coffee House that's on North Roxborough Street at the St. Paul United Methodist Church. Again, the music starts at 7:30. It's free. Of course, they will graciously accept any donation that you might want to make. Also, the Jambalaya Soul Slam Lyrics and Treats Poetry Slam is this evening at 8, an in-person event at the Hayti Heritage Center. Admission is $10. It should be really great. So poets are invited to compete for cash prizes. Okay, and you can maybe you memorized your poem. If you didn't memorize your poem, it's okay to read it from paper or from your phone or iPad or whatever. So again, admission is $10. And if you want to compete, read the guidelines. Just go to the Let's Go page, click on that link, and check it out for yourself. I mentioned tomorrow's Bull City Race Fest and Food Truck Rodeo. I mentioned that. The Fruit continues with their third weekend celebration. They call it third. Most people have third Friday. They have third weekend. So they celebrate on Fridays and Sundays, the third Friday and third Sunday. So today, the events start at 2, will be from 2 until 6. They're going to feature the art gallery, the art of photography, a storytelling matinee with grit, also true stories that matter, and also grit, mental health matters. So grit is like kind of like the Monty, where you tell stories on true stories on stage. Free admission. You can click on the link that I provide for the full schedule and also to get your free tickets in advance. And don't forget your face mask. All righty. Oh, one thing I have to mention, and please share this out, especially if you're a Durhamite, because I want more Durhamites to know what's happening this weekend in the Bull City. If you're going to the State Fair this weekend, just know, I think this is the first time they're doing this, but they're saying you got to have a clear bag. They don't want people rolling in with all kinds of big tote bags full of who knows what. So they're being really careful because people are kind of freaking out, and you know it. I don't have to say any more about that. But you can get free. You can get clear bags from Amazon. I paid $26 for this. You can get them much cheaper. I paid $26 because this is the heavy duty bag. And of course, I have my equipment, my Nikon, which I don't want clattering to the ground, my mics and my gear. So you can get them for much cheaper, like $15-20. So anyway, and they also have the lunch bags, the clear lunch bags. Some people like to carry those as well. You've seen them. Some people use them as diaper bags. They're more square. So, and I think they're allowing some people to carry non-clear bags if they're obviously like for babies. like, with the bottles and the diapers and all that stuff. So let's go over the weather real quick. It is 69 degrees. It's partly sunny. It's not bad out. It's going up to 83. It's going to start getting cloudy around 3 o'clock, and then it will be cloudy the rest of the day. And then tomorrow it's going to be 60, only 67. That is so wild. 67 and sunny. Now, it's definitely fall because when you look ahead at next week, check out these temperatures. These are the highs. So, Monday, 71. That's all. Tuesday, 73. Wednesday, 76. Thursday, 77. Friday, 75. Saturday, 72. Sunday, 63. Fall is here. Fall is definitely here. So, let's see. I want to bring on Guy. It looks like he disappeared. So, Guy, if you're still in the area, I can bring you on. And anybody who wants to hop on camera, of course, you're always welcome to. That's why I provide the link, because I want you, especially if you want to start your own show, or in case you're camera shy and you've always wanted to try being online. This is a good show to do so because it's so casual. It's not really an interview show. So always you're welcome to click on that link and join me on camera. And it looks like Guy, our cook, there he is. He's back with us. So let's see what's happening way northwest with Guy, our cook. Guy, what is new?
Good morning.
How's your mouth?
Second day in a row of no pain pill. Mouth is doing much better. It's still got a bruise. That's from, I don't know, the process.
Yeah.
And
wow.
But life goes on. Life is sweet.
It does.
Been busy with Route 6 tour and making sure that I've dotted the I's and crossed the T's. One of the things I found out that I wasn't doing that I should have done was to use the same keyword phrase in the alt tag for the image. So like this image right here.
Mean?
Okay, like this image right here. If the person can't see, right, they're blind, this image will be represented by alternate text. It's called alt for short, ALT. And so when they're moving their mouse around wondering what's going on the page, this will say Durham Skywriter logo or whatever it's going to say.
You know what? I've seen that. Yeah.
So in making up the list of links for the different states, I ran a little audit and I said, okay, what's wrong with the Nebraska link? Because nobody's perfect. And they said, well, you could get a little bit better search engine ranking if you put in an alt tag for the featured image. I went, why didn't I think of that? So I did that, and I went from 70 to 73 on the score. I mean, nobody gets 100. If somebody gets 100, they're holding hands with Jesus, I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure how you get 100, but anyway.
So Ruth, I know you're doing the online promotion of Route 6. How many states does Route 6 cover
14,
in the USA?
14. It goes from Long Beach, California, to the tip of Cape Cod, Massachusetts, up to Providence. You know how the Massachusetts map's got that little curl that goes out through the water?
Yeah. Now, even though you're saying Route 6, you know that song Route 66 where it goes across the country? Does it become Route 66 at one point? That has nothing to do with Route 66?
They're apples and oranges. They're both highways. They're in the same fruit stand, but one's an apple, one's a banana.
Oh. Okay, so somebody should come out with a song.
Back in the day when it was first developed, Route 6 was the longest contiguous highway in the United States. Then the state of California did some highway renumbering and stuff. So they changed the starting point from Long Beach, which was right on the coast. I mean, you could spit in the ocean, to Bishop, California, which is way inland, almost into Nevada. And so they took that little bit of distance off, and that took the crown of longest away from Route 6. But original allocation, the original layout of the highway, it was the big one. The one I don't know, it's been what, 2015, 6 years ago. This lady named April Gilbert jogged. She's raising money for a youth center in San Jose. So she jogged from San Jose down to Long Beach, which is no short distance. Then she jogged. Now think about this for a minute. She jogged from Long Beach to Providence. She started on May 15th and finished on September 15th. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Think about running.
How many shoes did she wear? I hope she had a shoe sponsor.
Well, man. I tried to get, speaking of that, because ideas are my life, I tried to get that. I asked her one time, what's the brand of shoes you wear? And she told me the name. I can't remember now. 6 years ago, forgot. But anyway, I contacted national brand manager, because everybody that's big in industry has a national brand manager.
Sure.
So I Googled her and looked her up and called her and said, hey, we got this lady that's running from Long Beach to Providence, and guess what brand of shoes she's wearing? It's a lady, that perked her interest. She met April in, where was it? In Nebraska? Omaha, Nebraska, I think it was.
Cool.
Gave her 2 pairs of shoes.
Nice.
These shoes are not cheap. These are not go to Walmart, get them for $20.
Oh, I'm sure if she's
they're like runner, 100 and something a pair.
I know.
State of the art Nito. So she got those. And the deal was that she was going to stop any community that had a shoe store that carried that brand. She would stop and do a little show and tell about the shoes. And the deal never pushed past that. They never mentioned her on their website or, I mean, it was.
Oh, wait a minute. We've got somebody hopping in.
Oh,
Donna,
good.
Is that you? I see a ceiling fan.
Yeah. That means she's laid the phone down on the desk and it's pointed up.
Let me just click and see what happens.
Okay.
Beautiful ceiling fan.
Oh, yeah.
Lovely.
Look at, and she's got all the lights on.
Woo.
Wow.
Donna, is that you?
Yes, it's me.
Oh my God.
She smiles away.
He's coming.
Now, is Donna in Durham or is she way far away? Oh, she's in Durham. Okay.
But hello. Join us, Donna. We're admiring your ceiling fan. It's nice.
Yeah.
Hey, Donna.
Morning.
What's new?
I didn't have any power on my phone, so that's why I left it to charge before we got cut off.
Okay. So what's going on this weekend?
Well, I like to, let's see. I'm heading down to the Durham Farmers Market area to see if I can pick up something from one of the starter plants.
Ooh, okay. They had a plant giveaway. Durham Public Schools had a giveaway this week.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You got to watch Bull City Henna and read the Durham Skywriter.
I did not know that this week, but the number one thing is because I'm planting collards, and so
they had collards. But anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So that's what I needed plants for, and so I was going to see if last week they didn't have any at the farmers market. And the other thing, good shout out to Durham Park and Rec yesterday for that Fright Night walk was fun.
Oh, good.
Johnson,
good. At Edison Johnson, yeah. I talked about it on my show yesterday, yeah.
They had a large turnout and it was safe and I think everybody really enjoyed it. I know I did for the walk and it was...
So was the spooky walk, was it really spooky?
Well, it was lit very well, which was nice. And, it was just about when it got dark and, you know, the kids were kind of like oohing and ahhing, but I think it was they did a good job.
Good. Wonderful.
So I
Because
said,
I know
shout
you
out.
were worried at first. You thought they weren't going to be marketing it well, but they had a Facebook event page, and
Well,
I think they at the last minute they marketed it pretty well.
Facebook and online social media is great, but there's a lot of people who do not go on Facebook.
Yeah.
And because I talked to some people in the neighborhood and told them about it, they didn't even know. So,
Yeah.
though they have
But
it, that
we can only hope that they get their news from different outlets, because it's in the
yeah,
Durham Sky Rider. Not that everybody reads that.
yeah.
That little rag.
They should
Um,
though.
No, I
I
did.
know.
I told parents at the senior center when I went because you get a lot of grandparents there. They always
Oh,
looking for
sure.
kids. But we have to do more. I mean, as you know, you used to do print media. We have to
Hmm.
talk more on each other and stop really
Yeah.
depending. Oh, go to Facebook or go whatever because there's a huge group of people who just moved here and they're looking
Hmm.
to do.
Oh,
And
sure.
I feel like we need more what I call street ambassadors. And and
Exactly.
tell people, well, you can find it on Facebook, but in the meantime, you know,
Is there? I'm
yeah.
just curious, Donna. At the grocery store, do they have the big bulletin board where you can
Oh,
post notes?
not
Like
anymore. Yeah,
they don't
Yeah,
that's
have
old
those
school.
anymore.
I live in
Because
Durham.
I always looked at those.
Yeah, I live in Durham, and there's a little small grocery store, the Red and White. Shout out to King's Red and White on Club Boulevard.
Oh,
They
Roxborough,
Yeah.
Club Boulevard.
they have a bulletin board, and they let
Oh,
residents post things, events there. So that's a good way to know things going on in the
Yeah.
area.
That's a big part of being what's good for the neighborhood is having
Yeah,
those
yeah,
bulletin boards. Hats
yeah,
off to them. What,
yeah.
absolutely.
who are we shouting out the red and white where on
King's
Columbia
Red and
Boulevard?
White, King's Red and White Grocery. They're an old grocery store that's been there, I think, since 1955, and
That's a great
they
year.
a lot of
Gosh.
unique
Yeah, they're on
stuff.
Roxborough and Club Boulevard. In fact, they had one over by me. I know you live north, I live south, but they had a red and white over on Chapel Hill Road that they closed years ago.
Yeah, yeah. But this
So
one
Wow.
down
is
to one.
it's great. I mean, we can walk to the grocery store, which is kind of cool in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
That's
But they,
nice.
Yeah. Not living in a food desert is important. I did a look see on that. They talked about people that live in communities that are like 3 miles from the nearest grocery store. They call them food deserts because
yes,
I
they gotta
lived
ride the
in one.
city. They got to ride the city bus for half an hour, get to the grocery store, hopefully get done before the last bus leaves from that particular route. It's
Oh yeah.
crazy,
oh
crazy.
yeah,
When you live in the inner city, very often you live in a food desert. When I was in
Yeah,
Chicago, there were plenty. In fact, Woodlawn, my old neighborhood, was considered a bit of a food desert. We weren't as bad as Inglewood, our next door, across the highway neighbor. They were a serious food desert. What usually happens in those instances, you have I won't say what we call them in Chicago, but I'll say that they very small stores that are not run by the nicest people, but from certain countries that kind of serve but also prey on the black
oh,
communities
they take
and
advantage of their
brown communities.
environment. Yeah,
Well, not
yeah,
only that, but I don't want to really get into it because some of them are part of the criminal
yeah.
enterprises. But anyway,
Okay. So if Pat comes up missing, Donna, we know what happened.
so
She
what
just
happened? Well,
yeah,
just one about food deserts is a little bit different because even in Durham, as grown up as it is, we have people like in Pat's area, people that live in certain areas that are grown up. The grocery stores are still far away,
right.
so
they really are.
it's
Now
just not.
Durham is, when I first moved here, I thought Durham was so weird because the grocery stores are only, I mean the chain grocery
Yeah,
stores are only on the biggest, most commercial streets, and there's
yeah.
no like even in Chicago, if you're lucky to have a chain store, very often it's going to be right there in the neighborhood. But here in Durham, you have to go to Martin Luther King Parkway and these
One of the
far
reasons that
away.
So okay, go ahead. I'm going to ask a question about collards because I've never grown collards. But anyway, go ahead.
What do you want to know about the collards?
Well, you're going to plant them now in October.
Yes.
So do they grow?
Crops.
They grow quick then, like in 4 weeks, 6 weeks.
They're ready after Thanksgiving usually.
Ah, okay.
See, they sweeten after that first frost, so they're definitely a fall.
Yeah,
plant.
up here in the Northwest, I'm getting ready to tear down the garden space and put things away because the lows at night are in the 40s now, and probably in a week and a half, 2 weeks, it'll be freezing. Okay, so the gardening is over with. There won't be any collards or anything else, and that
we actually. Because of where we are, we actually do have 2 growing seasons, 2 full growing seasons. In fact, the plants that were given away by the Durham Public Schools hub farm, they had collards, lettuce, bok choy. I can't remember. I know it's in the Skywriter on the gardening page.
I've heard of that paper.
So, Durham Skywriter, wonderful little paper. In fact, let me see if I can find it. So, Donna, were you able to get the plant starts, or you're heading out there now?
Well, I got some starters yesterday from the local. I try to shop as local as can, and so I went to 9th Street to Barnes.
Okay.
From Barnes because they had some in, but because the weather's been kind of funny, that a lot of the starters, depending on how they've been watering them, aren't doing too well.
Okay.
So
that's what they were giving away this Wednesday, and all these are fall season plants, just guys, so you know.
Yeah.
Collard greens, kale, bok choy, lettuce, cabbage, and they had different herbs as well. So there you go.
Now, cabbage up here, it takes a couple of months for cabbage. I'd say it's a good 8 weeks to get cabbage to happen.
Ooh, Donna's outside. Ooh, where'd she go? Ooh, it's pretty outside.
For a second, now it's.
I think she's losing.
She's invisible now. I can't see her.
Come back, Donna. Come back. I think she went too far because she went outside.
See, now this is some more fuel in the gas tank to get the garden spot in the backyard ready, because some people can grow collards in their backyard, and you'd have a go-to person if you needed support.
Yeah.
And you didn't know exactly what was right and not. So you could ask Donna. You could have a whole new subsection of the Durham Skywriter, gardening in the fall season.
Well, yeah. Well, I do have a gardening page, so yeah. I think Donna went too far in terms of her signal, because I'm trying to unmute her, and I can't, and we can't see her either. I think she probably went too far. But yeah,
too far from the router, perhaps.
Yeah.
Because if she's on her phone, she's going to be wireless, and so that happens to me. I'll be talking to, like, I talked to my brother-in-law John the other day, and him and Frank had just gone. That's his brother. They'd gone up hunting, and that was the last day they were going to hunt. And we kept teasing them and said, "Well, do you want us to send you a picture of a deer so you know what they look like?" And anyway, but I walked away from the router too far, and the call dropped.
Oh man!
And so I called John back and I said, "Sorry about that." And he says, "Well, I thought you got tired of talking to me."
Well, I guess I'll just mosey on and get through with I'm actually DJing today at one of our retirement centers.
Did you see that video? Speaking of retirement centers, you pulled the chain. This retirement center, one of the employees, or she's a volunteer or something, she's dressed up in like a clown. She has these big pajamas on, a big rainbow wig, you know, the multicolored wig. And she's playing rock and roll music, and she's going to every individual room at the old folks center and dancing.
That's
and
cute.
some of them can just go like that in their wheelchair. That's about
good
all
enough.
yeah, but they were in the zone, you know. It was really cute. Really cute.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know if they still exist, but we had an organization called 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗟 HaHaHa stood for health something. It stood for something.
Yeah.
But basically they would go to the different places, you know, where the seniors are and the hospitals, and they cheer people up. They had these, you know, how the doctors and the nurses have those carts full of sometimes dinners, sometimes medical equipment. Well, they had rollaway carts full of fun toys and mirthful kind of things. And they would always ask permission first, because some people aren't in the mood to be cheered up, you know, because they're going through things, you know.
They're having a bad day.
They go through the whole hospital or nursing home cheering people up, and they're really just a joy. I have to find out if they still exist.
Yeah, we could have a session talking to them. That would be interesting.
Actually, they used to run laughing sessions where you would go and laugh with people. Oh, Donna had to drop out. Darn.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so they had laughing sessions where you would just laugh, because laughing is healing.
Well, yeah, that's like telling jokes. Those are, you know, they're constant. That's what I like about this little device. I can just say, tell me a joke, but I have to say the magic word. Starts with a C, it ends with an R.
Oh.
No, I won't do it. I know it's why ruin the weekend. So have fun with the DJ Pitypat session today.
Yeah, actually, I want to actually tell my my regulars and whoever enjoyed my music yesterday. I just want to tell them thank you for showing up all these months. Third Fridays was when I would play my music as DJ Pitypat at the bus station downtown. Yesterday was the last one. I saw some of my regulars. I'll tell you what was really cute, Guy. There were a bunch of young people out there, and a couple of them had their little infants and toddlers. They loved the music so much, and they were doing those little TikTok dances. You know, it was so cute. It was so.
I have no idea what a TikTok dance is. You went whoosh over my head.
There's certain dances that people do on TikTok that go viral, and then people copy them.
I never do TikTok.
There's a bunch of young guys, and they do this real cool little dance on TikTok. And they were doing that
like a line dance thing where they're
all
in unison.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was just fun. I really had a good time, and I always miss playing at the bus station. It's such a joy playing for just regular folks. You know, a lot of them are confused. They're like, why are you doing this? And I'm like, I'm doing this for you. It's fun. And they're like, thanks.
So they're not happening anymore because there's no sponsor,
well, you know,
or because the bus station said you have to stop?
Yeah, the sponsor is Downtown Durham Inc. But we discovered that it's really tough during the winter months, especially because of the pandemic. They're not allowing people to sit and congregate inside the bus station.
Okay. So
no, we have a bus station.
It's a seasonal thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha. So it's kind of difficult. And hopefully DDI will allow me to play at certain, hopefully, holiday events. We'll see.
Yeah.
In case Nicole, of course, Nicole is watching.
One last thing I picked up on the news. You know, they're talking about vaccines. Everybody's got to get vaccinated and stuff. Mm-hmm. There's a country in Europe who's achieved 98% vaccination rate. You know why?
Denmark, isn't it?
Portugal. Denmark. Portugal took one of the Portuguese Navy admirals, and they said, Admiral, treat this like we're going to war against COVID. Okay? That's the bottom line. We're gonna attack COVID, and we're gonna beat it by everybody getting vaccinated. So whenever
Wow.
he did his presentations, he always had his uniform on, and he stressed how important it was. There was no politicizing the admiral. You know, you can't say, well, the admiral's too liberal or too conservative, and we're not going to do it because blah 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 or whatever. It's a
do it for your country.
It's the war. We're going to win it because you're getting vaccinated.
Yeah.
Period. End of story. So
there you go. I thought it was going to be Denmark because they're doing well too. But New Zealand's doing well too.
Yeah, New Zealand comes to mind as having a good. I don't know what their percentage.
I think today or this week or whatever, they're targeting the Maori community, which is their indigenous people, and they are having a big push to get as many people as they can vaccinated today or this weekend or whenever they're having the big fair. So that's what we're trying to do too here in Durham at Wheels Fun Park from 10 until 4 today.
Well, I've got I've got three links. I got over 5,000 pages to check, and so I ran the link checker, and it found 3 links that were not right. And I'm going, I can live with that. And so I kept watching.
Thank you, because I have found some dead links in the Durham Skyrider.
Oh, Dr. Link Check is a good tool. The thing that's concerning me, though, is that when you run a session, like check the links on this website, blah, 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 and it comes up with the report. And so then you go and fix the things that the report says are broken and then run it again. And it's coming up sometimes with like one of these links.
I never ran it again.
Yeah, I know I've fixed. There's a link in Colorado's page for the Parachute Colorado Chamber of Commerce. I fixed that yesterday, but the report that ran the report last night said, nope, that link's broken. So I'm going, are they using a cache copy of what they checked before?
Or they have to clear their cache, or you have to clear your cache.
Well, no, it's theirs. It's theirs. I'm thinking I've either got to make sure that every element that they're saying is 404 isn't listed in the sitemap, which I've pretty much done. And then tell Dr. Linkcheck, did you download a new copy of the sitemap? The one that's today for Saturday has got all those links are fixed. So when you run the report, there should be 0 broken links. You know, something to do.
Okay. Well, it'll definitely give you something to do. So I'm going to end the show, but I want to have another word with you. So don't leave. Just I'm going to take you off camera. And then I have a couple of questions to ask you. So anyway, folks, that is it for Bull City Hangout. Of course, there's no show tomorrow. Be sure if you're just coming in, I appreciate people watching on the replay. Love that. But just know that there's a couple of things happening tomorrow. So don't forget today's show. I'm listing what's happening today and tomorrow. So with that, have a beautiful weekend. We're going to have really great weather. See you at noon on Monday for Bull City Hangout. Ciao for now.